What's up, you bastards? We're back on It's Tough, the magnum.traub podcast. Today on It's Tough, we have Trevor. It's a little fucking discombobulated and weird because I don't have my headphones on, which this is the first time, but we're doing it headphoneless. The other headphones were fucking up and kind of got me heated, so we just gave up on the whole headphone thing together. So what do we have to do before we get into the podcast? Everyone fucking sub this thing. I think we're at 106 right now.
106? Man, 106. Last time I saw it, we were at, I think, 92, I think you had. Last video I saw.
So we're fucking growing.
Yeah, you're going.
All right, so let's get, what do you think we can get? 115?
Easy.
116?
Easy money. Easy money.
Can we get there? We aren't like Harry. Sorry I had to take down the Harry video. If you guys watched it within the first 5 hours, fucking you know how funny it was. Hopefully it can come up or we can get it up sometime. But
that was a good podcast. I watched that one.
Whatever, I was asked to take it down. I was going to respect Harry and take it down for him. And that's that. Also, like, comment. I've been saying it. You fuckers ain't listening because I know people that know the guests that come on and know me haven't been commenting. So if you know Trevor, comment.
Comment.
All right, you know me. Just throw a comment. And if you do like the video, you know what to do. Like it. And also check out the timestamps in the description and that I have commented. Okay. So you ready to get into the podcast?
Absolutely.
So we were talking before a little bit about our different schools.
Yeah. Different views on schools, definitely.
Yeah, well, we went to the same school till 8th grade.
Yeah, it was halfway through the 8th grade year is when I decided that St. Stephen's wasn't for me. Well, I actually decided St. Stephen's definitely wasn't for me a long time before that, but that wasn't my decision.
Yeah,
honestly, that was I was more with my parents and my grandparents and stuff like that because you know how they work there and stuff. Yeah. So you get that little bit of a discount. Yeah, or else there's no way I'd be going there. That school's a little bit too expensive. But I went there all the way from, I think it's called fledglings, which is like daycare pretty much, all the way up until 8th grade. I love the people, love the teachers, hate the school. The grounds is nice because I know the people that take care of it because all my family works in like the maintenance part of it. Yeah. So I know it's nice. I know it's a well-oiled machine, but too much schoolwork, too much homework, too much college preparation. I don't want to do, too many libtards too. I mean, back then we were a little bit too younger. We were a little bit younger, so I mean, it wasn't that
They were developing though. You could see the toxic ones.
Yeah, they were slowly developing.
Yeah. It's, I don't know what the fuck
it's tough.
To say about it. It's fucking tough. But then you went to Manatee, which is a public school. How'd you like that?
Manatee High School. I love Manatee High School. I went to first...
you went
to 8th grade, Buffalo Creek out in... I
remember that.
I don't know if it's in Palmetto, but I lived out in Parrish for a while. And went to Buffalo Creek, and I love Buffalo Creek. That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it was new people, new experience. Maybe I was a little bit shy at first, but You
took to it pretty well.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And it made friends, and I was going to go to Palmetto, which is closer, but I ended up going to Manatee, and everything was smooth sailing. I liked it. I used to play Xbox with these kids, Then
you actually met him.
Oh, yeah. With Preston. He went to school with us. He was on Xbox with us.
Oh, yeah, because he went to Manatee, too, right?
Yeah, then met everybody. Met Kevin, met Zach, met Eduardo, Emmanuel, Sean, met the whole group. Yeah. And, I already had friends, but it's weird when you make friends online and then you just go in person. And, I mean, we're still friends to this day. Yeah. Even though we're, different states and shit, they're going to college, and some of us are still here, but we all keep in contact every day. There's not been a day we haven't talked since, everything happened.
That's cool. Yeah, so you thought it was better for you definitely than St. Stephen's.
Yeah, way better than St. Stephen's in my opinion is. For me, because I didn't plan on going to college, and that's a college preparatory school. I'm not into the whole system, I guess. It's just not what I wanted to do. I mean, I don't think St. Stephen's is specifically for college prep.
Yeah, it's a college
prep. So
prep
that's
school.
what you expect when you go there. But when you go to, any other school, you probably won't expect to be pushed.
Yeah,
like
as
to
much
go
towards
just
college.
Yeah, just straight to go to college. I'm more of like more of MTC, trade school, stuff like that. I think personally, there's more money in it for a majority of people that go. And I think a lot of people waste their time
trying
to go to college. Not even necessarily shoot for the stars. I mean, always shoot high.
Yeah.
Always push for the best. But you really think you're going to be like the best doctor making a bunch of money? You're probably not. Like you have to be. It's very competitive.
If you can be a good AC repairman.
Oh, dude, AC repairman. I know a dude that makes AC repairman. They contract it out pretty much, and he goes to big schools. You know, what is that called? Like commercial.
Okay.
And I mean, shit. I'm not gonna say the numbers, but I've heard numbers that come just from St. Stephen's. You know, they fix the big chillers, and I've went in there with him, with my dad, and them, and worked on the chillers. I mean, for what it is, you have to know what you're doing. Clearly, obviously. That's why they hired him, because he's really good. Yeah. Mike Simmons is who he is, and he drives a big yellow van with the SpongeBob in the passenger seat. He knows his shit, and he makes big money just from St. Stephen's. Yeah. That's like a, I'm not going to say numbers, but it's good money, and that's not the only school. I mean, he has to come in whenever there's a problem. So you get a bunch of commercials, and you just jump around, and he's making easily over $100,000 a year. Yeah, like,
that's good.
Easy money.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funny because the way you said it, like, Manatee doesn't necessarily push you in a college route. I mean, I've never, like, thought about it kind of like that, but it's true, Like, everyone always acts like college is the goal, but if college shouldn't be the goal, and in some places it isn't, Like, even for kids, like, for you, it wasn't ever the goal. It was not ever for you, period. Like, you could go if you really wanted to, but it just wasn't for you.
Yeah, just wasn't. I mean, everybody's different.
Yeah.
So college is definitely for some people.
Yeah.
College is definitely something that needs to stay around, and I still think it's a big thing, but for majority of the people that are going, you don't need that shit. You can literally go to the MTC and get the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and things like business degrees and stuff like that. You don't have to go to like a huge college for a business degree. You can go anywhere. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do. Yeah. It just all depends on what you're trying to do.
Well, I think too, it's such like kind of a crapshoot. Like, if you're going into an Ivy League or this school, well, Ivy League schools are great or whatever. But if you're trying to go to some big school or some prestigious school for some degree, how much is it really gonna pay off?
Yeah, exactly.
First going to USF. Like, I know kids that could have went to fucking whatever. Good ass schools, but they choose the lower schools because they're cheaper. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be easier. It's more comfortable. It's
same degree.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, they're probably gonna make the same amount of fucking money.
Yep.
Or more, because they're gonna be less stressed and they're gonna have more diverse people, and they aren't gonna be brought up in some fucking Ivy League or super crazy bubble of school. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
I agree. I think I don't know. Manatee High School definitely had its downs, but for me, I just enjoyed high school so much.
Yeah.
Like, high school was so far. I mean, I haven't even been out a year, but it was the best time of my life. Like, I loved high school. Yeah, it was so much fun, so much stuff to do, great people, great friends, cool teachers. Like, I don't regret anything I've done so far in life, especially for high school. That's switching out of St. Stephen's. Amazing. Did I miss the people? Yeah. Do I still think about the people from time to time? Absolutely. But, I mean, we're hanging out right now. We're doing a podcast right now. I mean, at St. Stephen's, you can always just, hit people up and hang out with them. But
do you think it was, like, easier to have more friends and stuff like that at a bigger school? Or because, I mean, you had a pretty solid friend group at St. Stephen's.
Yeah. It's definitely a solid friend group. I mean, the way I look at it is pretty much everybody in our grade. I mean, there wasn't even that many people, but
yeah, there were 70 kids in the graduating class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when you were there, it was like 60.
Yeah, I guess it would have been. But I could say I was friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you were friends with everybody, but you have your own group
we had
that you
our own,
stick
like,
to.
squad.
That's just how it is, yeah. That's how it was at Manatee, too. I had, my tight-knit group.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that,
you're not friends with this guy.
Yeah. Like, I had every class, pretty much anybody in the class, class of like 20 people, I could say friends. I'd have probably about 10 friends, 5 acquaintances, and the rest are just like, I don't fucking know you.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Like, I had a lot of friends, but I was, I maybe don't go hang out with them, go to parties with them. I don't really do that. I do that with my
boys.
Yeah, with the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
941 BOB Squalor Gang. I don't know who's having.
Getting those calls down.
Here we go. What is it?
Crack it.
Bush.
That was crisp.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Well, I knew Trevor was a good guy, too, when he came in, and he said that he loves these fucking white monsters, because those are my elixir, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
I drink them like Coke.
A while.
They're so nice.
That is pretty smooth, actually.
So you signed up to go to the Army, huh?
Yep. I'm enlisted now and have sworn in, have the job lockdown that I want, and I'm ready to go to the boot camp in March
16th, right?
16th, yeah, 16th to 14th, something like that. I don't.
You've been looking.
Soon.
You've been wanting to go to the military though for a long ass time. I know that.
Dude, you can. Shit, bring in my mom. She'll tell you. Ever since I was a little kid, it was always, something military. There's always military. Shit, my room had, woodland and camouflage all over that bitch. Had like the action figures.
We did the airsoft shit too.
Yeah, I did the airsoft stuff and everything. I was just always into that. This is something I've always been into. I don't know what sparked my interest in that. It's just ever since I could remember, it was just always military. I want to be in the military. That's just what I wanted to do. My dad's not. My granddad's not. No, like, close family, I guess, is in the military.
Nuclear family.
Yeah, I mean, my great-granddad, he was in the Navy for, I think, 24, 26 years, something like that. So he did his time, and my... he's not my granddad, but from my dad's side, he's been dating my grandma for like 20-something years. They might as well be married, but, they're just not, because they're like, well, I'm gonna die soon anyway, so you don't need to collect my Social Security. That's pretty much what it is. It's a bunch of... He's a good old boy from North Florida. He's been there his whole life, and he ended up joining the Marines, and that was an awakening for him.
Yeah.
Because he was just used to... Every day at school, it was back when they used to whip him at school. Every single day he got a spanking at school. Every day. And then he'd go home, tell his mom he got spanked, to get his ass whooped again. He was a badass little kid. All he did was drink, fight, and little redhead. And he's a great guy. He was in the Marines for a while. And so I guess I had a couple people.
Yeah. Do you think, like, because it's very structured, like, and shit. Like that, I told you, like, signing, you said you had an 8-year commitment, right?
Well,
something like that?
All of it's always going to be an 8-year.
Always
whether
an 8-year
it's like, my contract is 5 years and a couple weeks or something like that.
In the
active,
Army.
Yeah, like
active
like
duty.
You're doing shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that 5 years, I can, get out. But for that
3 year,
for the whatever 3 years or whatever period up until the 8 years, if they need me, they can pull me back. Yeah, it's like call you back. Gotcha. Like if there's a war or some shit, they can pull you back in. They aren't going to start
drafting people there.
Exactly. People that have already been in, people that they know that can be committed to it and that are there for the cause, and they can
just
pull you back.
Got a little ass shape and they got thrown on a treadmill for a few minutes.
You gotta shave the beard and cut a couple pounds off, but that's it.
Yeah. But you don't think, like, the structure and being told when to fucking wake up and do all that shit, do you think... Like, I know some people thrive in that. Some people enjoy that and find it not cool, but...
Yeah. Man,
support...
it's good... what would it be?
Well, like, it's discipline.
It's like discipline, your daily structure. It's, things are set in stone. You don't have to guess. You don't want to play the waiting game. There's no
gray area. There's no
you do this, and this is what you're going to do. Yeah, there's going to be... I mean, I got buddies in the military and stuff. There's shit like I don't know like how to say it, but
shit goes on.
Yeah, shit goes on. There's shit's not going to be right. You rush to wait. I know that much. You rush to wait. You get early, and they're not fucking ready, so you wait until they're ready. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's how it was at MEPS.
You're only as fast as the slowest guy.
Yeah. Yep, that's just how it is.
But you don't have any problem with being told when to wake up and shit like that. You don't.
No, it's not that big of a deal to me. I mean, that's just part of life.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I told you before, like, I mean, everybody thinks about it,
Yeah.
Because it's cool and, like, fuck yeah, like, I don't know. There was a certain point, maybe a year or two ago, where I said if there was a draft and there was guaranteed a war, like, fuck yeah, I'd go. Because who doesn't want to kill people? like, who doesn't want to fucking fight, fucking Platoon, man, Apocalypse Now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking bang it, And if you die, like, at that point, maybe you need to get into a mindset of I don't give a fucking shit, Because if
it's not I don't give a shit, it's just I'm not afraid to die.
Exactly. And if you're getting drafted and you're forced into it, then it's like, well, fuck. That's why I said if there's a draft. Now, though, to me, I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't necessarily want to do that.
Probably because you're a little bit older.
Yeah,
a little bit older, kind of think a little bit.
And
you're
I'm a little
like,
freer. It's not like I gotta go to school every day. It's like I get to go to the bar, fucking do my job. I get to come here. I get to podcast, talk with cool people. Imagine if they're like, yo, Magnum, you can't talk to people anymore. You can't go to work.
I mean,
you
could still do podcasts because there are military guys that do podcasts and stuff like that, but
not TikTok though.
No, not TikTok. Not anymore.
That Chinese-owned fucking company.
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about.
What do you think about TikTok? Come on.
I don't really like TikTok that much. I prefer, Instagram.
Yeah.
But there's TikToks on Instagram. It doesn't mean I'm not going to watch them from time to time. Like, if that pops up in my feed when I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, this could be a funny video. And then I watch, I'm like, well, that was gay as fuck. Like, I don't know. Some TikToks are funny. Some aren't. That's just how it always is.
Yeah, I got that.
I prefer Instagram meme pages, Like, that's just where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know, man. TikTok. I mean, to me, it's just so many girls are throwing ass on there. It's like...
I mean, if that's what you're into,
I mean, yeah, it's great,
ahead.
but there's websites for that shit,
It's a thirst trap.
Yeah, and that's all it is, and it's so, like, I don't know, it feels toxic to me. It feels so... Because it's so... I've explained it before on here, like, when I was talking with Colton and stuff. Like well, it's just so addictive and so easy to swipe. And, like, even Instagram, at least there's... news and you're learning like you can if you want to, you can learn and you read. It's almost like having abridged news articles, just a fucking billion of them.
You get a lot of a lot of news.
TikTok is just fucking twerk 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 and then that's fucking it. Oh, my tits are fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me know. When they say the let me know shit or whatever. I mean, the fucking the baby songs when they're talking about titty fucking a bitch. And it's like, dude, you're 16. Like, why are you lip syncing this? Like, this is not to say it's not appropriate. It's just you're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's the point?
They don't know how to act. Probably look back on that and be like, why the fuck did I do that?
Like, that's come on. Cringe. Like, sure, I'm a jackass. I come on a fucking podcast and cuss like a motherfucker and say a bunch of crazy shit. But at least I'm trying to do something that maybe will change my life in a positive way. Yeah. And maybe throw an ass on TikTok. Maybe if I had a fucking big ass badonkadonk, I'd be twerking it up on there too. Yeah. But I don't think that's healthy for society.
I really don't. Personally, I really don't care all that much about TikTok.
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
I mean, it's there. It's just like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything. It's there. Shit. There's gonna be dumb shit on there. There's going to be, it's just up to you to just scroll past and not get, maybe triggered about it or whatever you want to say, but.
Yeah, man. It's fucking funny. So, what else? So you like Trump. I know that for a fact.
Absolutely, 110%. Going to be voting for him in 2020.
That's
a damn fact, yeah.
What do you like about him?
I like about him?
Yeah.
It's always a really touchy topic when you bring in Trump. Always, it's not that.
But
I don't care, like what people have to think about me. Maybe that's like a bad thing, but
I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's just be yourself. If that's who you like, that's who you like.
I think too, like in here, it's not a combative area. Like, I'm not trying to fight with you, so it doesn't make it like a touchy subject. Yeah. If I was like, you fucking asshole, and I put on my big AOC lipstick, and I'm like, you're a fucking dipshit, you're a racist, homophobe, whatever.
It's too much. I mean,
so what do you like about him?
I like that he's really. I like his immigration policy a lot. I like strong border security because a lot of shit flows through the southern border and shit like that, and a lot of people say, yeah, well, wall's stupid, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. Like, I mean, it's a country, you know? It's not, like, would you leave your house door unlocked?
Fuck no.
All the time? Like, no.
Yeah.
Would you open your door and be like, oh, yeah, Homeless dude on 14th Street, crack whore, come on in. Like, you can crash in my pad real quick, but, don't take anything. Don't do any drugs, just, you can stay here.
Don't cause any trouble.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Cause
they
trouble.
Tell their friends like, hey, yo, dude, there's this white boy over here that don't give a fuck about us staying in their house. Come on in. And they're, they're going to fuck your shit up. That's just how, I think that's like the same way.
The country.
Yeah, with the country. And I like the way he talks that shit. I like that shit talk.
Well, I mean, how can't you like a shit talker,
Yeah, exactly. How can't you? It's golden. It's golden.
Well, I I don't know why I'm a fucking retard, and I wanted to rewatch the debate, the Hillary-Trump debate. And I came to the fucking conclusion. You heard it here on the It's Tough podcast. A lot of people fucking said it. I think he's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm watching it. And Hillary, like, people don't give her, I think, or you don't remember, like, how she actually was a good-ass debate. You know, she's a good politician.
Oh, yeah. She's a good politician. You can't deny that. But she's a dirty fucker.
Doesn't matter. She can be the dirtiest fucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Nancy Pelosi, they're all dirty fuckers, okay? Yep. Trump's a dirty fucker. But she was so good, and Trump fucking raped her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay?
Fucking spanked her ass.
You're telling me Buttigieg gets up there, Bernie gets up there? There's no way.
No,
they're
no
fucking, they're trying to imitate Trump when fighting with each other.
Yeah.
And they're doing a horrible fucking job. Yeah. They can't do it worth a damn. So how the fuck do they think to go against the king himself? The biggest, the best shit talker?
Yeah,
you know, there's no way they can take him out. So unless Trump, here's the one thing that I think may have happened with Trump, is he may have, like, being a president's fucking tough. You know, it's fucking stressful.
Yeah,
so if he kind of lost, if he lost his marbles a little bit, or he got a little fried in the White House, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the stress of the job and he maybe had a breakdown of some sort that we can't really tell, you know, that's the only thing where maybe he's weaker and they can take him. But if he shows up,
that's not gonna happen.
But if he shows up like he showed up in 2016, it doesn't matter what they have to say about his record, about what he's done as a president. None of that shit matters, I think.
Yeah.
You know, because the economy looks good enough. Mm-hmm. You know, all these things look good enough to where there's no real way that you can, and you can't fight him. He'll just bash you.
Yeah, there's no way. He's definitely top dog when it comes to who's running and stuff like that. Like, there's no. I'd be very surprised if someone beat him. I remember in the last election, I was like, man, I really hope Trump wins. You know, like I really hope Trump wins. You know, we need, in my opinion, we needed like a fresh start, someone that's not a politician.
I think that's what a lot of people saw.
Yeah, it's, you know, the deplorables were like, I don't want a politician. Let's get a businessman in here. Let's try something different. Try something different. Like, what is there to lose? Yeah, there's only stuff that
Well, you knew what Hillary was going to give you. You knew it. You knew it was going to be 4 more years of Obama.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good, bad, hate him, love him, whatever. I think people were like, "Fuck this shit!" Like, we've had this for 8 years. Let's get the fire started. Let's bang it.
Try something different. Yeah,
and I don't think that's a bad idea.
No,
you know,
there has
every
to be some change
basically
at some
8
point.
years, there's a flip flop, and that's kind of beneficial to the country.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, everyone gets a little bit of what they want, I guess.
Yeah, you know, it averages out over time. Mm-hmm. But so you like his immigration policy? What about economic policy and shit like that? Like, what do you think about the economy and stuff going on right now?
I mean, things seem to be going good. I mean, all the money I have stocks in seems to be doing fine. So I'm not gonna say things are going that bad, but things can always be better and things can always be worse. And right now, I think it's smooth sailing right now. What it seems to be. I mean, maybe. The left may blow it out of proportion, saying things are totally fucked everywhere, but...
Well, the left isn't even really saying that, because they're afraid, and...
libtards.
Yeah, but the libtards are saying it more like, he's just a fucked person, they don't
They just want to target anything. I mean, it can be... Yeah. What was it the first time? Like, oh, he's racist. Like, during when he was doing his running... Campaign? Yeah. Like, he's a racist, and he's like... No, I'm not, and I'm not going to respond to anything you have to say about it. So they're just poking him, like prodding the bull, and nothing happens. They don't get the outcome they want. So what do they go to? It's we lost. Instead of just saying, okay, we lost, let's support our president like we did. Yeah, I was 8 years old when Obama came into office. So I think Obama's a really cool guy. I think he's a really cool dude. Don't get me wrong, but like he's someone you could sit down and have dinner with. Yeah, have a beer with, just talk to him and stuff. But when it comes to he's a politician in the long run. I don't think he was a good president. I mean, he's done. I mean, I'm sure there's things because I don't really look into him that much, but I'm sure that he's done some great things. But I mean, there's only so much you can do in 2008.
Well, I think the time was basically everything started crumbling under Bush. Obama kind of saved the economy. I mean, we still had the fucking recession. It still occurred. Yeah. But he was able. It could have been a depression. It could have been worse. You know.
Yeah. So, anything could be worse. Things could be better. Always shoot for better. But
yeah. But whatever. I think he was decent. He stabilized.
I'm pretty sure. Like, wasn't unemployment like at an all-time high under Obama shit?
I don't.
Because I know right now.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that the Depression had the craziest unemployment ever. I don't think that we had unemployment as bad as the Depression. You know, and even now, like our whatever economic, you know, your stocks and shit going up. I talked about. Did you watch the Dawson podcast?
No.
All right, so we talked about. Basically, in my opinion, and my father and me talked about it a lot, and a lot of people like. A lot of like investors and stuff have been talking about. And the ones that are in the stock market and that want to make that quick buck are, it's fucking great. Trump's making so much money, yada, yada. But the people that are looking in the long term are like, well, we're in $22 trillion of debt.
Yeah.
Plus. You know, and the only way that this market is growing is basically it's like not trickle-down economics, but you pump money into the economy and the economy's going to flourish.
Yeah, it's going to be.
You know, that's a fact. But if you're doing it all in debt, you know, the country's in $22 trillion of debt.
Yeah, I mean, but it's been like that for such a long time. You can't blame Trump for that. I mean,
but he shot the debt up.
I saw it went down, but that was like 2017, I think, was the last time I saw that.
The debt hasn't really went down.
No, I'm not saying the debt in total went down. I'm saying the amount of money that we're going into debt has been decreased.
But it should be like, in my opinion, this is one of my problems with Trump. Oh, we didn't talk about the environment. That'll be something good to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next.
But other than the environment, the other problem I have with Trump is if you're a Republican, right, you're supposed to be conservative.
Yeah.
So what's that mean? Cut government, cut taxes. That's fine. He cut taxes.
Two good things. I like both of those.
He cut taxes. But government's actually getting bigger. There's less regulation on the big companies. But he is spending money like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, well, dude, that's not the way it works. You know, you can't sustain that. Imagine if your income goes down, but your spending goes up.
Yeah.
And it may look good on paper. You may be driving that Aston Martin and fucking all these bad bitches and wearing Ferragamo and Gucci. But then what happens when all the fucking bill collectors come and they're like, motherfucker, give me your money, and everything gets repoed, and then you gotta go to jail because you're in, you know, X amount of debt. You owe everybody money. That's kind of fucked, and I think that's the position we're in now, you know?
Well, we've been in that for a long time. I mean...
Yeah, but that's not good, you know?
Yeah, I know.
A Republican... They should be able to balance the budget. And
I think the budget needs to be completely reworked, like in everything. I think what I believe is just, you know, less government, cut taxes, give tax reductions to people that, you know, can get it, cut like useless spending and shit like that, and... I don't know. There's some way you can start repaying debt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I kind of wanted to see, was a little bit of like, you know, trying to repay the debt, or at least, you know, I don't know what the correct term for it is, but I mean, if you're, it's like every month you're $10 in debt. Keep putting 10.
Yeah. Well,
let's see if we can cut it back to like $8, you know, a month in debt instead of it being, you know, slowly reduced.
And the other thing, it's compounding. You know what compounding is, right? Where it's like, you know, exponential. Like, you know, when 2 to the second power is 4, but 2 to the third power is 8, and then 2 to the fourth is 16, so it just keeps getting like double.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on, because
doubling up,
the fucking interest keeps compiling on and piling on, and we can't pay anything, so we just keep printing the money and whatever, giving out bonds.
Personally, I have no clue on how you could fix that. I mean, that's what I know the big brains in the office are for.
Well, here's what typically how it works. So what Obama did was, when the economy slowed down, right, the recession occurred, he did a thing called quantitative easing, which is where the Fed, well, what the Fed does is it gives money to the government, and the government in exchange gives them bonds. But the bonds, they're just created. Yeah. They're just like, here's $1,000 bond, give me 1,000 cash. And so they're, in essence, creating inflation, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay to get it started, you know, to get people spending, and you lower interest rates so the rich and people take out money really cheap. 7 out of 10 businesses will succeed, you know? So they're going to make their money back.
Yeah.
But what's happened is Obama was 8 years ago. Trump, it's been, say, 4, 3, or however many. It's 10 years of this. 10 years of interest rates, that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to go, well, once it gets rolling again, you raise interest rates. You start making it harder. You aren't giving out as much free or cheap money. And then that makes the economy stronger. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, what Trump's done is, and they've tried raising interest rates, and then the fucking economy or the stock market is like, fuck no, and everyone gets scared. So they can't do that. So what's going to happen if another recession happens?
Yeah.
We're going to give the money away for free? Here, just take it. Just spend it. That's the one the issue I have.
Yeah, I can see how that could be an issue. I mean, like I said, I haven't, what would it be? I don't know how it could be fixed, I guess. But there is somebody out there that knows what needs to be done, but they just need to come forward, I guess, and just
hey, I don't know. Come forward.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. We need, that's the great thing about America is we just generate so many good ideas.
Yeah.
And it's just such a, I don't know, just a powerhouse of thoughts.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the environment.
The environment?
Climate change. What do you think about that?
I don't know if old Greta knows as much as she puts out.
Bro, everyone fucking hates Greta. Yeah, I don't blame you.
She's just a kid. All she's doing is just, I remember watching a video somewhere where it was like, she'd state her argument or state her facts, and then when someone would come out and ask a question, she would just say, next question, please. Like, she didn't know the answer. I know somebody, jumped in for her and was like, next question. She's just a, was it?
All right. She's just like a fucking face.
Yeah, she's just the face of
So fuck her. Let's not even think
guess.
about her. What do you think about climate change?
I think that I do somewhat believe in climate change. Not as much as they're saying, I guess, where it's like, holy fuck, the ice caps are gone. We're going to be flooded. We're all going to be dead by 2025 or some dumb shit like that. I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up. That's not going to happen. Yes, sea levels are rising. Yeah. That's how it's been for, I don't know, since the dawn of fucking time, probably. It's been going on. It had to have been, at least in recorded history, it has been.
Well, it's been going on since, whatever. Since the world's been warming.
Yeah.
When humans were around in the Bering, you remember learning about the Bering Strait and shit when people came over from that side and came to the North America. I mean, then sea levels were way lower, I think, because all the ice had froze, and ice expands and it took the water out of the seas. I may be totally fucking wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that was sound logic. Anyways, so, there's an ebb and a flow, and maybe we're in a little hotter time now, but don't you think that there is man-made climate change?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some, shit with a lot of man-made. When, the industrial age for America.
Yeah.
We're just pumping out shit into the air like crazy. And, I mean, look at China.
Yeah.
China's a fucking shit show to live in if you live in certain parts where it's just factories. They're all wearing masks and shit and just can't even breathe. That is clearly
bad.
Something's wrong. Yeah. And also in Florida, with all the because growing up, I'd always watch Steve Irwin. So I'm I love animals and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still a hunter. I still hunt animals. It's not like
That's fine.
I love animals. Respect animals and stuff like that, but when you start, putting out so much pesticides and chemicals and it gets into the water and that creates an algae bloom and then people are getting sick and dying from it and all the fish are getting eradicated. It's not like the fish aren't going to repopulate and stuff and come back, but that's man-made stuff. I mean, yes, the algae is there, but the pesticide that's mixing in with it, that's what's making it such a
well,
red
I think
tide and stuff like that.
That's actually from the fertilizers.
Yeah,
it's all the fertilizers that runs off. And I was actually gonna make it's kind of a comparison to the economy. So when the fertilizer, that's like the money going into the economy, right? And it's good for whatever the plant, the algae, it's growing, it's flourishing.
Yeah, but it's fucking.
But then what happens when there's so much, there's too much, it grows too fast, it gets too fucking big, and then what happens? It's dead.
Yeah,
it kills all bio, ability to live. There's no ability to live in that water.
Yeah.
So, but do you believe in like trying to maybe enact regulation and shit to?
Dude, I'm pretty sure, like not out of all countries, but I'm pretty sure we are. Like, out of all the big countries, you know, like China and fucking the UK and shit like that, and Canada, all of them, I'm pretty sure we're producing, like, some of the least amount of, what do you want to say?
Emissions?
Yeah, like emissions. Like, China, I forgot what it was. It was like for every 2 like big factories we have in the US,
China
there's like 8 over there.
China, Russia has more emissions than us. But comparing us to like Germany or even the UK,
but that's
France, they use nuclear power. They have way more.
Oh yeah, I think nuclear power is the way to go.
Yeah,
like
the only
it's just
problem
it's so
is
much
the
smarter.
Byproduct. You know, you have all that nuclear waste, but
yeah, but you just all the fucking
you bury it.
Yeah, you bury it.
Yeah, get fucking Elon Musk to shoot it to the moon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like space. You throw something, that bitch is just gonna keep going.
Unless it gets in orbit and fucking falls right back down. Then you're a little fucked when you got nuclear waste landing and fucking... That's how we're gonna take out the Russians.
The power rods and stuff like that is just all underwater. I'm pretty sure like radiation gets stopped after... What is it, like 2 foot of water? Like radiation... Like those,
I think they're actually done in water.
Yeah.
And the water gets actually contaminated.
No, you can swim in that water. It's not contaminated that much. It's like if the rods are really far, like, I don't know, what was it? Firm was telling me, like, they're under a certain amount of feet of water. Like, after 2 feet, radiation doesn't pass through that. Like, it's like a good barrier. Like, water's a good barrier. That's why,
But maybe the water, though, itself is still getting contaminated. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
The radiation doesn't get out of that sphere, but in that sphere, all that water, when they're done, when the rods are fucking spent, they need to put the rods and the water somewhere.
Yeah.
Does that, you know? Yeah. And then it's kind of
I'm not sure how all the nuclear power works and stuff like that. I know it's way cleaner.
Yeah.
And it's way more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? I mean, we're still relying so much on fossil fuels and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. Nuclear power is definitely the way to go. It's just you have to put the money in.
Yeah.
But
and renewables like fucking wind power. So imagine if every fucking house had a few solar panels.
Yeah, no, I totally am down for solar panels and stuff like that. But now they're trying to regulate it to where, because if you produce too much energy and you send it back, they have to send you a check because you're producing power for them for power plants and stuff like that. And I remember a while back, it was a couple years ago, I saw signs in a bunch of yards. It was vote for this act or vote for this bill, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the way they worded it sounded like, yeah, solar panels, everyone gets them, it is what it is. But what they were trying to do was still make you pay for using your own solar power.
Huh.
It was weird. I think solar panels are definitely, it's really cool. I mean, throw that bitch up on your house and you're paying nothing in power costs. That's a good way to save money. Invest that and you'll be making... Shit, you can make money if you have enough. Yeah. They keep, they have to send you a check for producing it for the power plant and stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's better. It's cleaner.
Yeah, it's cleaner.
You feel and fuck being reliable on power plants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shit can go awry. Why the fuck shouldn't I have my shit, already in, whatever, contained in my sphere, where if shit happens outside of it, I don't even have to give a fuck,
Yeah, exactly.
So, but what about Trump doesn't really, or I'm not going to say he doesn't believe because, well, he said he does and doesn't. But, what do you think about him not enacting any regulation or really giving a fuck about
I don't think, I'm pretty sure he's already stated before he likes nuclear power. Who wouldn't want to have nuclear power? It's all about money.
Yeah.
Really, this is what it always comes down to is.
But wouldn't it be smarter, don't you think, financially, if you were to invest in renewables now, and nuclear and shit like that now, probably have a better payoff in the future than staying hooked on fossil fuels now.
I think fossil fuels are still a good thing, but if we just switch over to the nuclear now, it could be a better payoff later on, but I just don't think people now want to be, I don't think they want to be known as they just spent, trillions of dollars putting up nuclear power plants to power America.
And even more debt.
Yeah, and then it's just more debt, and then they're like, and then everyone's like, he put us in more debt, he did this, he did that, and people were like, but then
well, it's kind of like we're on drugs right now, like, if we get off and we start doing something else, we're too fragile, we almost need the drugs just to get through the day, get through the week, and keep on going. That's what I said in one of the first, like, It's Tough podcast, when I was talking about the environment. It's like a fucking crack addiction, but if you hop off crack too quick, you can croak, like you can die, so it's shit like that. That's kind of the way I see it,
Yeah.
But,
No, I definitely believe that there is,
there should be more protection for the environment. And
oh, yeah. Because,
like,
you
Trump
have to take care of the land you live on, what I mean? Like, you have to take care of you have to take care of the country.
Yeah, like the Keystone Pipeline, I think it happened a little while back. I think I talked about it in here too. It was like in Nebraska. Trump pushed it through, and I think Obama tried stopping it. It was a bunch of oil from Alaska or something, and they were pumping it down here, and it fucking spilled. Like there was a crack or there was a leak, and like hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil go onto land in like Nebraska. Like to me, that's fucking disgusting, Well,
yeah, but I mean, oil is just such, that's big money for the country, pumps money into the economy and everything else. And I think, I don't know, I think you need to take care of the land and stuff like that, but you also have to be realistic country-wise. You can't just be like, no, you can't, you can't be putting pipelines through here. You can't use, you can't be using fossil fuels. You can't be using this. You can't be using that. That's unrealistic.
Yeah.
You need to think
But
realistic.
I think regulation, like, I'm not pro-regulation. I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's how I believe in too.
That's how it should be. But when it comes to big things like that and shit that can affect a lot of people, that oil polluted some guy's fucking farm. That oil fucked up some shit. You can't say that didn't. That's when regulation and shit like that, where it doesn't get too out of control. Because if it's too much of just a fucking, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want, guess what? Everyone's going to do whatever the fuck they want. They aren't going to clean up their mess. And then it's going to be a shit show,
Yeah.
So that's my little problem with that.
I'm definitely not for regulations.
Okay.
Like, I do not like regulations at all. I don't think they should really be a thing. I mean, you've seen like the...
But you need some regulation.
Yeah, there has to be some.
There needs to be
point.
law. There needs to be rules. A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, you can.
No, yes, there needs to be some, but I don't think it's I don't think it should be pushed as much as it is. Like, everything's about controlling. When the government starts taking like control of something, you're never going to get that back. You're never going to have control of that back. So I don't believe in giving government control of things like that. So,
well, yeah, there's a few ways to look at it. Like in my there's one guy, Adam Smith. He was like the first not economist. He came up with basically the idea of capitalism, 76, right? And or he explained it. And what it was more of a free market, do whatever the fuck you want. Exactly. And what'll happen is eventually everything will kind of fall into line. If everyone kind of has the right goal and their own personal interests in the best, it'll all work out. That was basically his idea. But I think the problem with that is it's not. It doesn't really work 100% because I'm trying to make a quick buck, but I'm also trying to fuck this guy over, and I don't give a shit about anything else, and in this global economy, if I'm making money here, I don't gotta worry about the problems where I live, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I'm taking money from there, putting it here, this is where I live, fuck them. They can live in a shithole, I can destroy that environment. So I think that's where the government almost needs to kind of come in and say, hey, like, we all need to play on the same team, and like all work though to advance as a group a little bit, Yeah.
I don't know. It's just survival of the fittest to me. It's just, if you want to win, you got to be the big dog, Like you gotta. Competition, I think, is a good thing. Yeah, that's what's built America is just straight competition. Yeah. It's who's going to be better, who's going to outplay the other person. Yeah. Who's going to do this, who's going to do that. That's how people make money. That's how, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But that's one of my, like, things with Trump, at least. You know? A little bit more regular. Because that's the problem. Like, if you're going to spend all this money, and that's where the Democrats are kind of scary, is they're going to do it.
Oh, yeah,
they're going to enact regulation, but they're also going to keep spending more fucking money. So it's kind of, you know, if you're going to, whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I think, let's see. Okay, I got a question for you.
All right, ask away.
Since I know we're both, you know, into firearms or weapons or stuff like that, you know.
I like guns.
Dude shit.
Yeah.
What's your stance on gun control or gun regulations and red flag laws? And
I think that they should ban all guns. I think they should be taken from our hands, and no ammo should be allowed. Knives are too much. You know, a slingshot in the wrong hands is deadly. I think you need a background check for a slingshot.
I think the UK is doing really well.
The background, UK, if you're caught with a knife, you're in cuffs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's so good over there that when the cops break into people's houses and confiscate kitchen knives, they're doing some good shit over there, you know?
No, all right. I think the way it is now, where you can have fucking semi-autos, like, honestly, I think it should be more of a states' rights deal.
Yeah.
You know, federally it should be 18 to buy any firearm done.
Yeah.
And then if you're in Cali and they want to regulate it to where you can only have a 5-shot pistol, so be it. If you're in Florida and they say, fucking A, if you can get an M60, you can shoot an M60 and have it.
I love
belt fed,
love
like
Florida's gun laws, except after that
Parkland shit, they fucked me up because I was turning 18 so soon, and they're like, no, you have to be 21 to get even a fucking rifle.
Yeah, it was in March. I turned.
But you're
18
a year older
2nd.
than me.
Yeah, I turned.
So you probably got something.
I turned 18 on March 2nd, and I wanted to buy a gun. And, you know, I was going to the gun store. I was looking around, but I also wanted to buy a vehicle at the time. I was like, damn, do I want to buy the standard defense that's like $2,500 for this AR-15? Or do I just want to get, you know, like an M&P Smith for like $700 and do work to it?
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, all right, I'll have the money by next week. I'm going to go in there and buy it. Well, then that little white piece of shit went in there and shot up a school. And
Cruz, his last name, Nick Cruz?
Something like that. I don't know. He's just a fucking
jackass.
pussy. A fucking pussy. And
so you aren't, because you're pro guns. You aren't pro school shooters, though, right?
No.
Are you sure? Because I thought that they were the same. I thought if you were pro gun, you were pro school shooters.
No, I'm completely pro gun. I don't think there should be. Realistically, I don't think there should be any regulation on firearms and shit. I think you should be able to.
I mean, I think you should be. I think background checks and shit like that. Like, imagine if you're a fucking felon.
Well, no, felons can't own firearms. And
but they still can get them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, that's what drives
anybody
me
can
insane.
get anything. So why regulate the law-abiding citizen when it's only the people that are fucking up that are doing things? Yeah. And out of all the gun owners, I think there's more guns in America than there are people.
There are.
And we have the most amount of, you know, gun owners in the world. Yeah, we do have a lot of shootings and stuff like that, but if you look at the numbers of how many people own guns versus how many crimes are committed with guns, it's a huge difference.
And how many guns are used in defensive situations?
Yeah. I mean, there's more defensive, like, guns not even being shot that save people's lives just by, you know, you pull out your
fucking having it.
And someone's like, I'm not going to fuck with that guy.
Exactly.
Like, I think it's completely a good thing. California, you can fuck yourself. I mean, you are some motherfucking retards over there. Like, you got way too many regulations. And that's why people are moving out of your state and you guys are losing money. You guys tax the fuck out of people, you regulate, and then on top of it, I mean, if you're really, you know, love guns, people are probably going to leave because you're fucking them up too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had to rationalize it though, because I went through, because I like guns. I know I fucking like guns, all right? And I know that pistol, like, all right, what's an easy rationale for why a fucking Glock 19 with, you know, 17 or whatever the cap is, whatever, why you should be able to possess it. Well, if someone breaks in your fucking home, you should be able to fucking shoot them in the head. Yeah,
exactly.
Plain and simple. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have to just do it in 5 shots. You should be able to do it in 30.
I hate that argument. Okay? I hate that argument.
Wait.
Okay, I'll let you
Let me go for a minute, all right? So, but I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, fuck. Like, if that's true, you know, I can't assume that there's going to be a horde of fucking criminals coming to rape me. Yeah. You know? So how do I rationalize an AR-15? Right. You know, how do I rationalize it? I was sitting, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I got it. Plain and simple. If my mother is going to defend herself, and she's 110-pound little, not an old lady yet, but, you know, little lady.
Yeah.
Am I going to hand her a .357 Magnum?
Yeah, probably not unless you know
Probably not.
Shit.
Is she, and she don't know how to shoot. She's never shot in her life,
right.
you know? Am I going to hand her a fucking big-ass .357 Magnum? No. Okay, she's going to it's going to knock her down.
Yeah.
But if I say, here, she takes an AR-15, okay? It's pretty simple.
Recoil.
Just rack it back. There's one in the chamber and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And she's got 30 rounds to take out. Okay, good. That's what I want you to have. I don't want you to have this. I don't want you to have that. I want you to have a fucking assault rifle, you know, or whatever they call it, you know?
Yeah.
That was my rationale for it.
Yeah.
Me, maybe it's a little different, but still, if she's got that right, you know, we're all created equal.
Yeah.
So if she's got that right, she deserves to have an AR-15, and it'd be better for her.
Absolutely.
Why can't I have one?
I think the argument which is always brought up is by people that don't shoot, probably have never shot in their life.
Yeah.
Have never been in that type of situation where, you know, they feel threatened.
Yeah.
And they don't hunt, they don't do shit. And I always hate when people are like, why do you need so much? Why do you need that mag capacity? Why do you need so many rounds? You know what? If you can't hit something in one shot, you shouldn't even be hunting.
Sure.
The fuck?
Well, if someone's gotta come at you to fucking
if someone's
kill
coming
you.
at you, you're in a high stress situation. So one, you're probably not going to be aiming as well. You're probably going to have to fall back on training you've gotten if you even have any.
Why should you make it equal for the fucking criminal? No. It should not be equal. It should be, you're gonna fucking die. Yeah. Okay, I have the upper hand. You know?
You always want to have the upper hand in a fight, no matter what. If it's like, you know, if it's like boxing or MMA or something like that, it's like different. Yeah, it's like okay.
But that's also regulating. They're not trying to fucking kill each other. You know,
it's like if two people are fighting, like in a ring, it's like okay, things are even. It's a fair fight. Whoever's better is going to win.
Yeah.
But if you're out in the street and someone pulls up on you and's like, hey, give me your shit, and they pull a knife, I'm going to be like, okay, here, let me just reach them out.
Yeah.
You're fucking dead, bitch. Like, you shouldn't have fucked with me. Like,
exactly.
I don't know. But you never want to give someone the upper hand. And that's what, you know, AR-15 or something argument. Like that.
And I actually, all right, a little story time. I went to Canada this past weekend. And it was cool, fun time. Mm-hmm. Me and Caroline, whatever, chilled up there. And you pull up to Canada, right? I've never been to Canada. That's why I decided to go. Mm-hmm. And you're going through customs. Every Canadian customs officer has a bulletproof vest on. Not a gun in sight. Not a single gun. None of the cops have guns. You know, no. I saw like one. I was in downtown and I saw one cop car the entire time. If you're in New York, I was in Toronto. You know, if you're in New York, you're seeing a million cops with fucking M16s and shit all over the place. So it's kind of the argument from the liberal or whatever, the libtard perspective is, well, if no one has guns, there's not big of a worry. And it's kind of true in Canada. But here the cat's out of the bag. You got guns. Everyone's got guns. We all got guns.
Everybody has guns.
All right? We got them.
Every household.
Every household has fucking guns. So no one's going to confiscate them. And the illegal market is fucking there. It exists prevalently. In Canada, I don't think there's that many illegal guns. I don't think it's that big of a worry. It's a way smaller, less diverse country.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but America has so much culture just from all over.
There's just so much shit.
Guns is just a big part of American culture. Whether you're a libtard, whether you're just, you know, just liberal, left, right,
so there's no
anything.
getting rid of them.
Yeah, you cannot get rid of them.
All you're going to do is make it harder for people that legally should be able to own them to get them.
Yeah, exactly. You're just fucking everybody.
I talked to Sebastian. You know him.
Yeah, Seabass.
And we were talking, he's not a libtard. He's a liberal.
He's a liberal now, yeah.
Liberal leaning. How about that?
Sure.
But he's always been anti-gun, and we've always had that talk. And I explained to him, like, you know, I think I understand, like, your problem. Not your problem, but where you're coming from. Your mindset. And how my mindset's different.
Yeah.
When I have a gun, I have the ability to defend myself against anyone who wants to hurt me or my family or to steal my fucking shit. And that is fucking American. That is fucking free, you know? That's my ability to protect myself. And they don't see guns like that.
Yeah.
They see them as murder weapons and this, that, and the other. No, it's not a murder weapon. It's a tool. You know, the old quote, God made all men, Samuel Colt made them fucking equal. It's a pretty damn true quote.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if my mother, 110 pounds, is an AR-15, and I'm just standing there, she's going to fucking obliterate me. And it makes her above me. It gives the little man actual power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think... when it comes to firearms, things shouldn't be regulated. There shouldn't be any question on why you want that. Because I can. That's why. Because it's a free country.
I'm a fucking American.
Yeah, I'm an American.
But
I can do what the fuck I want.
Criminals, and even like, here's where it gets a little dicey for me.
Yeah, like
because you
mental
can't,
health issues and stuff like that.
Because you can't make tests for it. You know, you can't really ask them their
Yeah.
But if you're fucking crazy, like, should you have a gun? Like, I know I put it this way. A few crazy people came to me and said, like, hey, I want to get something. I laugh at them because there's no way. Like, a gun shop should not sell to you. Yeah. You know, no one should sell you a fucking gun because you're fucking unreliable. You know, I think you need to be a responsible fucking human, too.
Yeah, it just all falls back on the user on anything. I mean...
But how do you regulate that?
You don't. There should be no regulation on it.
That's what I believe. That's when you get fucking Nick Cruz.
Yeah, okay.
So then what? Should every fucking... ninth grader be strapped too? So when Nick Cruz, when the fucking school crazy shows up to shoot everyone, they're always like, "Fuck you, asshole."
If there were school resource officers with firearms in the school, like there was one in there. There was actually a cop
that. Pussy, wasn't
he? Yeah. He was. What was it? He was inside the school, and there was
he hid.
There was a couple. The girl was inside in one of the classrooms, and the boyfriend knew about the shooting, and he got out. Well, he ran back inside to find her, and he said when he got in the doors, there was a cop sitting there with his gun, like underneath the stairwell or something, just sitting there, being a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And
not doing his job.
He was older. He was an older guy. I think he was close to retiring. Yeah. So his mindset was probably like, I'm about to get out of this bitch. I'm not going in there. Yeah. Like, dude, you signed up for that. You should know that there's some danger involved. And if you're not willing to, you know, risk it for the biscuit and, you know, fucking defend children that are being shot, then you need to be fucking removed or get put in a desk job or something. Like, you do not need to be...
Yeah.
I don't know.
The one thing I get, like, from the liberal argument is, like, in Canada, it was kind of nice. You know? It's kind of nice not having cops everywhere and guns all over. And I was talking, like, it's 12 o'clock at night. I'm walking down the street, and I'm like, you know... It's a downtown area. I should be kind of worried. But I'm like, it's fucking Canada. What the fuck are they going to do? Pull a knife on me? Or is somebody going to... Unless you're fucking 6'8" and you're 300 pounds, are you going to strong arm me? I don't think so, bro. Yeah. Like, it's not happening. Period. So that was kind of nice. You know, it felt kind of nice. But those ghettos, that scariness never existed in Canada. But because it's allowed to exist here... We have to live with it. I don't think there's any way to negate or get rid of that.
That's just American culture. I mean, there's just so much diversity here that it's to be expected, I guess.
Yeah.
But going back to just strictly guns, I mean, I own firearms. My family's always owned firearms. We always hunt. You know, we have it for home defense. We have it for anything, and that's exactly what it should be used for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I own, but there's high capacity. High capacity meaning a standard 30-round mag.
Like 30 rounds is even that is
a standard mag. That is a standard AR-15 or M4 styled.
Like if you got 10 rounds.
That's like standard capacity. 10 rounds is a low round capacity mag. Okay, that shit was like Vietnam short mags. That's what they're talking about. It's like apparently anything above that's high capacity, even though it's fucking standard with any gun that you buy now pretty much. Yeah. That's what you get. And I think California banning that just because there was a couple shootings. Like, well, if they're going to want to do big damage, they're probably going to wait and get those mags from somewhere.
Yeah.
Shit, you can buy mags from out of state and have them shipped in. It's going to be illegal, but they're still going to do it. It's not like they're not going to do it.
The mags are fucking just out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Jim Bob's got, you know, I
actually think they pulled that back. I think they, because I remember there was like a meme floating around where it's like, oh, Californians digging up their mags in their backyard or something, and they just magically have them again. I think they actually pulled back that regulation.
They like are, well, some are probably grandfathered in.
Yeah.
You know, to where if you have a 30-round mag, they aren't going to make you fucking punch
you weren't allowed to have them anymore. They were trying to, like...
so they probably just fucking hit them.
They were exactly. Like, they, buried in their backyard, they hit them. But then when they're like, oh, never mind, you don't have to... You can have the 30 rounds, and everyone magically has them again. Well, it's probably like
you can't buy them there.
Yeah.
But you can probably possess them.
I'm not exactly sure how it is. All I know is that if you're starting to regulate mag size, that's pretty retarded.
Well, it's just the biggest issue. If the fucking terrorists or criminals want them, they're gonna get them.
Yeah, they're gonna get them no matter what.
The fucking cartels got full autos, man.
Don't regulate. The law-abiding citizen, because that's all you're doing. If someone wants something, they're gonna get it illegally.
I just think there should be a level of little background checks. Understanding
simple things like that. But I mean, what's to say? Maybe if you buy from a store.
Yeah.
Then but if you buy,
I can't do it. Like if you want to buy a gun from me, how am I supposed to run a background check?
Yeah, you don't.
Exactly.
And you don't have to. You don't have to have a bill of sale. You don't have to have anything in Florida. You can literally I could come up to you and be like, "Hey man, you got an AR somewhere I could buy?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, here $1,000." Be like, "All right, I can buy it from you." And no questions asked, no nothing. That's how it is in Florida.
It's not against the law.
That's how it should be everywhere.
Yeah.
But now, after that shooting everything, you have to be 21 for literally anything. But
you still can buy them from... I could still buy a gun from you. We can still trade guns. To buy a
rifle, For a rifle, you have to be 18 plus to buy from a private dealer. Pistols, just 21 all over. Just straight 21 for everything.
No, you have to be 21 to buy a rifle.
Well, now you do. But if you buy from a private seller, you can be 18 or older. That's if you look at the way they did that regulation and stuff. They did it to please the masses, where it's like, all right, we'll push it back to 21, but in the fine print, you can still go to somebody at 18 and buy.
I read it like this because I want to know the laws on it or whatever, and it was basically 21 to buy any firearms from an FFL.
Yeah,
but you can be 18 and possess any firearms you want.
Yeah,
so in Florida. If you give me an AR-15,
Florida's a good state,
and you find $1,000,
it's called being gifted.
Exactly,
you get it gifted.
That's all it is. So it's not.
So you can literally be any age as long as it's a rifle, and you can be gifted a rifle.
I mean, you can even possess. You can possess, I think, any firearm at 16 in your house with your parents' permission.
Yeah.
And then at 18, you can possess
any firearm. It can be yours. Well, it can be yours even at a younger age as long as it's a rifle.
But you can actually, I could possess a pistol at 18. That's not against the law. I don't think it should be.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, a lot of people want to ban, AR-15s and they want to ban long rifles and stuff like that. Like in Florida, your AR-15, if it's considered a rifle and not a pistol, it has to be 16 inches long, barrel-wise.
Yeah.
And I think that's dumb. But
those are old-ass rules.
Yeah,
those are from, the 20s back when, fucking
Tommy
Prohibition happened.
Like
and they were cutting fucking short barrels and shit. And a $200 tax stamp back then was fucking a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money to get a I don't know if they probably had silencer. I don't fucking know. But to get a short barrel rifle or something like that, now $200, if you're actually going to go through the legal whole deal to get a SBR or, have a shorter rifle, it's nothing.
Well, yeah. Now all it is it has to be considered a pistol.
Yeah.
It can still fire 5.56, 223, anything. It's literally a rifle, a short-barreled rifle, but it has to have a brace on the back.
Or not, or don't gotta have anything.
Like
the AKs don't have nothing, and they just got a little Draco or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of regulations, and I mean, you can do.
I think right now though we're doing except for Florida with this 21 to buy them from stores.
I think that's
kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I think
Florida's doing good.
Federally, it's 21 to buy any pistol.
Yeah,
that's how it works. I think at 18 you should be able to buy a firearm.
Yeah, I think
a rifle or
personally,
pistol. But
exactly. I think at 18. When you're considered an adult, you should be treated like an adult.
But now they want to take away all your fucking rights at 18.
Yeah, exactly. That's big government doing regulations. That's literally all it is just government doing regulations. You can vote,
fuck, and go to the army. That's it. Or I can sell pornographic images of myself.
Yeah.
That's fucking it. I can have an OnlyFans page, but I can't fucking chew tobacco. I can't smoke a cigarette. I can't drink a beer, and I can't own a pistol.
Shit, at this point, if that's how it's going to be, might as well bump everything to 21.
Why not?
21's apparently the new adult age.
You know, I want to be a kid for 5 or however many.
Yeah, exactly. I think everything should just be 18, just 18 across the board for all adult things. I mean,
that's how it used to be.
Yeah, it's how it used to be. Now, drinking, I can understand being 21 because, you know, there's a lot of car accidents and stuff like that, a lot of drinking and driving for young high school kids, but I don't know, 21's fine for drinking, but I think anything is just 18 and under.
I think I even thought about that with pot and stuff like that, like how they have it at 21. I was thinking like, all right, you can get a medical card at 18.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay, because if you're getting a medical card, you've probably been smoking weed for a while, you know, and you're going. It shows an extra level of dedication to the bud.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like shit like that actually fucks with your head in not in a negative, whatever. It changes your brain.
Yeah.
Like alcohol and stuff like that. I think it should be 21 because your brain does need to develop. Even nicotine. Like I know kids.
I'm pretty sure the male brain doesn't stop like developing
to
26 or something
like that. But
like in that time, you're like toying with it.
Come on, who the fuck's gonna wait till 26?
Yeah,
26 is a long ass time.
Yeah,
but 18, I think for pot and shit like that, honestly, is a little young. You know?
Yeah.
Unless you've been doing it forever and you're already fucking fried.
Yeah, already a retard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
the same with nicotine. You know,
yeah,
nicotine. I don't even mind it being.
I don't smoke, but like
same.
I don't do any of that. But I mean, if you want to, I have friends that do.
Yeah,
like do it. That's up to you if you want to do that. I mean, if you're willing to risk that,
yeah,
that's your decision. That's no one else's decision. You do you in America, and that's why I love America.
That's what makes it like. Listen, we only got one fucking appeal. It's fucking America, you know?
Exactly.
It's that freedom. It's that true American dream. It's that ability to do whatever the fuck you really want to do.
Yeah.
That's what sells the country. It's not this or that. That's it. It's the freedom. Mm-hmm. That's why I love it.
Yeah,
you know?
America's a great place to live. Definitely.
So what do you think about the Democratic nominee, or the guys fighting out on that side?
I think they're just ripping each other apart, and they're just tearing each other down when they should just be
building each other up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going up against someone like Trump, you don't want to have.
You don't want to be fractured.
Yeah, you're literally just making enemies with each other and making each other look bad, and one of you guys is going to have to go up against him in the long run, and you're going to look like a jackass because everybody else was just like, you know, beating on you the whole time, and you're going to go up against someone that's the big dog that's literally going to fucking shred you.
Yeah,
like they're just no. It's not. They're just not playing it very smart.
Yeah, I don't. It's no. Is there anyone like that you kind of liked or that you thought?
No,
that was fast.
Absolutely not. No,
not even like Tulsi Gabbard or
nobody. I don't find any of them very appealing in many ways.
Sexually?
Definitely not. No, I'm not into old women.
No.
Sorry.
Tulsi Gabbard's kind of young. I thought she was kind of cool because she was a military woman.
Yeah,
and she has a little bit more of a.
Yeah, she's
a little bit more of a stronger candidate. You know? She's not going to win or nothing.
No, she's not going to win, but not with her views necessarily that she has, but I would be completely cool with someone like her being president not her views. If she, had Trump's views or something like that, I'd be like, put that woman in office. Like that is she's a strong woman.
Yeah.
And she's definitely a leader. Yeah. She's shown that she's definitely has the leadership roles and abilities, and she's strong and sticks to her shit. I just don't find her views appealing. It doesn't side with me, but I'd be cool with someone like that being president, because they're strong. I like strong leaders. I don't care if you're an ass. Like Trump is a strong leader. He's, very direct, doesn't take shit. And he's like, I mean, when he walks in a room, have you seen like the handshakes he does? Like he has different handshakes for different people, and it's all power plays. Like when he comes up, when he shakes your hand, it's a tight grip, and he pulls you in. I mean, like I'm the boss, and he doesn't stop shaking until they stop. That's how it always is. It's just a power play. When he comes in, it's just shaking the hand, pull close, and just digging in. And you seen him with what was it? One of the prime ministers of somewhere. He pulled that bitch in and just started shaking, and that guy just wouldn't stop. He's just like, it just fucking kept going. And I was like, okay. And then the guy finally gave up, and then Trump was just like, No, I'm top dog. And then when they were all walking out on stage, he was like,
yeah,
like, I'm in front. I'm America.
Do you think it makes Trump look weak when he kind of like shoots these like retorts and shit on Twitter, and it's always like
no, I think Twitter is
like to me that seems so
doing,
petty.
Everybody's doing it now.
If he's really king cock, like he should be like, fuck you, I don't even give a shit.
No, I mean on Twitter he's calling anybody out that says anything. He's not letting anything fly past. And I think Twitter, like a president using Twitter, has never really been seen like that before.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody, even kids now, back when Obama was in office, I don't think there was very many kids like, wow, look what he's doing. Like, It's kind of still like a gray area unless you go do research. But with Trump, it's like every day you're hearing something either from his Instagram, his Twitter, anything. He's posting all over the place. Everybody's talking. That's why there's so many people coming out to vote, whether it's against him, for him, anything. I think it's a good thing because everybody seems to be more into politics now than they used to be. Like, you ask any basic kid, I think they're probably going to be like, oh, yeah, or I don't like Trump, or I like Trump. Yeah, everybody has an opinion, which I think is a great thing for both sides. Everybody should be voting and, stuff like that.
The only thing I think that's, like, negative about it is it does, when it comes to, like, the worldly views and the world leaders, like, there's a certain amount of presidentialness that's almost needed, Because you gotta... It's good to be with your people and all that shit, but you also have to... You're playing on different planes, Yeah. There's also that fucking, G20 or G20 summit, you're the big guys.
Yeah.
You're talking to Zhang, whatever, the Chinese guy, Putin, all these guys.
Yeah, but
you need to be kind of on their level.
That's why we're top dog. That's why we're fucking top dog, in my opinion, is because he goes out there, he's like, I'm not taking any shit. You guys are fucking up. This is what I think. Like,
he plays with Putin a little bit. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, do I think Russia interfered in the election?
No. But he is buddy with Putin. He's pretty close with Putin.
I don't think he's pretty close with him. I think he's on good terms.
He's friendlier than Obama was to Putin.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing to be, I wouldn't necessarily say friendly, but on good terms with big world leaders. Someone like Russia. Mm-hmm. Russia's a big-ass country. Like, they could do some shit if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily to be, like, cool with someone.
But doesn't, like, I think the problem that some people see is being cool with someone kind of validates them. Like, even if you're just kind of friends with, say, a murderer.
Right.
But
it's like, oh, well, if we're friends with a murderer, then maybe you might. It kind of validates
his ideal. Or you're friends with a gang member. It kind of validates, like, oh, I kind of support him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see that.
You aren't just like, no, he's horrible. You don't see that?
No, I don't see that at all.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing to be cool with other world leaders, especially when they're that powerful. Like, yeah, maybe they have, like, they're pretty much opposite of America.
Yeah.
But, it's still...
It's not a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, people are always like, fuck Russia, this and that. They're evil, blah, blah, this, whatever. But if they're that bad and you're that scared of them, why wouldn't you want to be friendly with them? Yeah. Like, to be cool with each other. Why wouldn't you want that? That's kind of dumb. You're just creating an enemy in some sort of way,
Gotcha. That's pretty good. I like that. I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people are so, like, against it. Maybe because, they think... Well, they interfered with the election.
Well,
they went into my brain. They made me vote Trump. Like, they made me do that. No, you make your own decisions.
But that's what's cool. Like, you see it now, like, with technology and all this shit, how these massive like Facebook and stuff.
Oh, Facebook?
They don't even like, it's like, the joke, oh, I said, I need Windex, and then all of a sudden I'm getting ads for fucking Windex all over.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, I literally, I looked up body armor. One time on my Instagram, I only get ads for fucking armor.
Yep,
I was on Safari.
Yeah.
How's it working? What the fuck? Like, this doesn't make sense.
They're selling your cookies.
But they can kind of, I think that they can, and they can do it the same with information. If you're looking up Trump or this, they'll feed you the information that, they think will fuel that fire. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I think that's
definitely true. Like, when you say something, you're going to get ads for it because people are always listening. There's always shit being tracked on your phone. That's just how it is nowadays. Yeah. I don't think that... What I don't like is, like, you clearly have a I don't want maybe like a bias almost or something like that. I don't know what the word would be, but I'm Republican, so there's going to be Republican shit on my page.
Yeah.
Because that's what I look up, and that's the news I am, receiving. I think that's a good thing because, you're getting what you want, not necessarily what you want to see, but it's your side, you know what I mean?
Like, but don't you want to see the other side too?
Yeah, well, I mean, I do. It's always going to be there, but what I don't like is it's all programmed to like what you like, your personality. That's what your phone's going to start showing you. That's what you're, But the moment I start seeing, like on Facebook mainly, is just so many commercials for Democrat nominees and shit like that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you. You're always in my feed. I've never looked you up. I don't know why you're here. And it's always because money. And I kind of like, especially even Google and shit like that. You type in something about Trump and the first thing that pops up is Trump committed crimes. I'm like, no, he didn't. Yeah. Like that's when I think they're starting to like
do too much.
Yeah.
But it's the same, I think, on the other side,
Yeah, but big corporations, I feel like, or big, news outlets, thing like that, I think they more side to the left from what I've seen. So that may just be because, I don't know, maybe it's just a biased opinion. Maybe like I can't really speak on that, but I feel like.
So do you think that they should be regular, or like they should?
There should be no regulation in anything. There's no regulations.
No regulation.
I don't believe in regulations. No regulations.
1 mile per gallon for all new cars.
That's something that would actually be interesting to talk about because I forgot what the article was, but somebody figured out how to make a car run on just water.
Well, hydrogen.
Straight water. Yeah, and the day big gas corporation stuff like that, they had a meeting with him, and his brother said that he ran out of the meeting saying they poisoned me, and then he fucking died. And now there's no, and someone actually around Florida, they figured out how to make a vehicle run on just
air.
No, I wish.
No, there was one on Joe Rogan. Yeah. Wow. It's like pressurized air. It was
was it just kitchen grease? I mean, you can run like some diesels and stuff off of that.
Yeah.
But he made it just strictly run off of that. Yeah. Nothing else. Like, didn't need anything.
Yeah.
And the gas company was like, all right, we'll give you a couple billion or $1 trillion or whatever for it, like an insane amount of money, and was like, we'll buy that idea from you, but you can't release it to anybody.
Yeah. Then they
so he took it instead of just he wanted the quick cash, the guy. But if he would have made that vehicle, that would have been something. That would have been something. Like, he would be making much more money, but it's just quick money, and I don't know, with electric vehicles and stuff like that, I still like my gas, I still like my diesels, stuff like that. Like, that's always going to be that's always going to be around. I don't think we're going to completely I don't think it's ever going to go away.
I mean, I think
maybe
you
in
could
100
minimize
years.
it. Maybe there'd be more than 50%, but even now, I still see a lot of cars from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So that's 30, 40 years ago in some cases. So 40 years from now, there's still going to be new, the gas cars, and it's going to keep going. So
I don't think electric's going to replace gas. In our lifetime, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, what they can do now though with the fucking engine and the technology is they can make them so fuel efficient.
Yeah, but they don't because big gas corporation is like, hey, bro, we still need to make money over here.
But that's where the government regulating and stepping in, like Obama, you set these benchmarks where, all right, the average of all your cars has to be 30 miles per gallon by this amount of time.
Yeah.
And that's why we've had this jump from a bunch of, fuel inefficient. My father's fucking Raptor got 12 miles per gallon.
Yeah,
and it was built in 2014. Yeah, but that's a 2014 truck.
Yeah.
Yours is whatever.
Yeah,
a little bit older.
Exactly. 1990, and it gets probably around 12 miles a gallon. I mean.
Yeah, but it should be getting better, and it is. Like now, Ford has even his V8. He has this other little V8 pickup that's 2 years newer.
Yeah.
And it gets 19.
It just all depends on what type of 19 a gallon for a pickup truck.
Yeah.
If it's four-wheel drive, then that's
you can
really
get the turbos now and shit like that.
Yeah,
it really helps. I mean, the Jeep I got out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is up with it, but it's got a 25-gallon tank and it can make me like 600 miles. Like you can do like 30 miles per gallon easily in it. If you're like, driving it right.
It all just depends on how you drive too. If you're not driving like an asshole, your gas mileage will go up.
Yeah.
Or you'll get better gas mileage. Like when I'm stepping on it and revving the engine and stuff and trying to cut traffic, driving like an ass.
And you kill it.
That bitch will drop to like 10 to 12. But if I'm, driving good, even in the city, sometimes I can get 14, Like it just all depends on how you drive.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that with technology and shit, what's going to happen more is it's just going to get hybrid.
Oh, yeah, no. My buddy drives a F-350, right? Uh-huh. And we call it a spaceship on the bottom. You know what I mean? The thing that like... your exhaust, like it, I don't know what the fuck it does, but he took it out and he put a tune in it, and he went from like 12 miles a gallon or I forgot what it was, like 14 to like 19, just from putting a tune and taking off the spaceship on the bottom, the box. Wow. Just jumps in gas mileage. Is it dirtier for the environment or whatever bullshit? Yeah, but you're getting way more miles per gallon.
That doesn't really make sense to me.
I mean, like the spaceship and stuff like that on the
No,
bottom,
well, not just that. If it's worse for the environment, how'd the gas mileage go up? Typically,
it's more efficient for the engine. Like it's more efficient for the engine. What I mean by it's worse for the environment
is
more
emissions and shit.
Yeah. Like it dumps a little bit black smoke. Okay. Sometimes,
but it helps its gas mileage.
Yeah, it takes less pressure off the engine and stuff like that. Huh. Makes it run more efficient. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can do a lot, but that's all illegal now.
Yeah.
Because there's regulations for it.
Not illegal in Bradenton. Well, it is.
No, it's
but no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Every fucking truck blows black smoke.
And not like, really hard liberal states like California, New York, New Jersey. Like, when we're down here in Florida, you have to do something to get pulled over. Yeah. Or, like, unless it's just a random, stop. But cops aren't really fucking with people like that. No. Like, if you're doing something wrong and it's significant, then they're going to stop you and do stuff. But in places like New Jersey, I mean, my mom, she's a good driver. She doesn't drive like an asshole. And she hasn't been pulled over in, like, forever in Florida. One day in New Jersey, I forgot, she did something, and she got pulled over for something really minimum, like maybe 2 miles over the speed limit or something like that. Wow. And they straight up gave her a ticket up there. And I was like, no, she was in the back seat and she didn't have a seatbelt on. And they just pulled over and was like, hey, you need to put that seatbelt on right now, blah, 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 and gave her a ticket for being in the back seat without a seatbelt on. Yeah, crazy. I was like, in Florida, if you don't see, like, they're pushing, like, no seatbelt, but I've had people in the back aren't wearing seatbelts, and my windows are a little tinted, but you can still see in, and cops really pull up next to me, look, and they're just like, well, that's a waste of fucking time and paperwork. I'd rather go fuck with someone that's actually an issue. You know what I mean? That's what I like about Florida. Like, Florida, I think, is a great state.
To me, that law was one of the laws that kind of, like, bugged me.
Seatbelts?
It's like, listen, I think everyone should wear a seatbelt. I always wear my seatbelt.
Yeah, so do I.
My parents should, or my mother, when I was a baby, so I don't even think about it.
Yeah,
if I'm in the back seat, I just put it on.
Even when we're sitting in parked, every time I get in, it's just natural instinct.
I would actually have to think to not put it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I guess that's a good thing. But if I don't want to wear a seatbelt, I should be able to, because it's my fucking life, Yeah. If I want to go through the front windshield when the bitch crashes,
I guess
I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
But texting and driving, like, you can text and drive here, which...
Actually, that just became... like illegal. Like they just passed a law a couple months ago. Yeah. Like if you can't be on your phone at all in the car.
No.
Yeah. Like it used to be you can't text and drive, but when you come to a stoplight you can get on your phone and stuff. Now you can't even do that.
You sure?
Yeah. That was a couple months ago, I think. Because I remember my dad was telling me, don't text me back, don't do shit because they'll get you.
Well,
and
no one fucking told me, and I haven't seen anyone.
Oh yeah, I'm
not on my phone.
If I come to a stoplight, I'll get on, check a text or something like that, and switch a song or something. Yeah,
but I see a ton of people always on. The phone.
No, yeah, it's.
But at the same time, I don't think you should be pulled over for maybe if you're like this, but like if you got a phone call in your hand.
Oh, no. It's something like that is understandable. Like you're on the phone, you're driving, something like that. But when you're going like this, like all the time, that's when it becomes an issue because you're going to end up rear-ending someone. You're going to slowly get into the other lane or something like that.
You're just not paying attention.
Yeah, you're not paying attention, which is dangerous when it comes to the road. Which every time I'm driving, if someone's sitting at a stoplight, and they're trying to get that last text in, then they start driving and they're going like this, and then they're smashing the brakes and they're brake checking me and stuff. I'm like, you fucking ass, get off your phone, or else I'm gonna run your ass over. Like, it's I don't know. It definitely shouldn't be allowed, like texting and driving, because it's distracting from the road. But at a stoplight or something, like you got.
I think. But if you let it be legal at a stoplight,
Yeah, then they're gonna be like, well, I was just checking a quick text. No, ticket. Like,
the light's green, but I wasn't moving.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Should I just stop in the middle of the road? Oh, I gotta finish this text right now. Exactly. I can go. Well, we've done over an hour.
That fast?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Anything more you want to talk about? I mean, I'm pretty good. We can talk about the military a little more if you want to do that.
Yeah, sure. Because I know I want to see how my perspective changes.
Yeah, after. That was the other thing. Yeah. So, all right, what if Trump gets us in a war? What do you think about that? Are you ready to go for it?
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's what you kind of signed up for.
Yeah.
I mean, if tomorrow we had to go fight some, like, sand boys.
Shithole country.
Yeah, we had to go fight some, like, ragheads over in the sand bowl, then that's what's going to happen, you know? That's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
I mean, with the job with the MOS that I got, which I got very lucky, and got 31 kilo, which is just strictly dog handler, stuff like that. It was like, I'm just so grateful to be able to get that. My first thing was infantry. I told you the story, but I'll say it for the podcast. I was still in high school, senior year, and I didn't know if I was going to graduate because state testing. Everything else was fine, GPA, credits, everything was perfect. Just didn't have... It was like one state test I needed to do by senior year to graduate. And I told my recruiter, like, hey, man, I only have like a month till I graduate, and I don't know if I'm going to because of the state testing stuff. And he's like, all right, let me talk to my CO. Let me see what we got to do. And I graduated in May. And 3 months after that, I'd be shipped off to Fort Benning. And I got called into the recruiting office, and he told me, like, hey, man, if you can't graduate, then I'm going to have to pull your contract, and you're pretty much banned for 6 months, like, from rejoining the Army. Like, you have to wait.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, you're not trying, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. I'm like, dude, I quit my job. I quit my job just to focus on school, and I have no income now. Like, I'm going off of what I had saved up. Like, you can't tell me I'm not trying. I'm putting all my work into school and trying to pass this test so I can get in the Army. And he was like, all right, well, I'll talk to your guidance counselor tomorrow. And guidance counselor called me and was like, hey, you graduated, you know, you got your state testing done, you're good, you're going to graduate. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, it's like, here we go. And I didn't do anything that day. I went home and slept. I was like, hard work pays off, dude. Hard work fucking pays off. Well, then the next day I told my recruiter, like, hey, bro, I graduated. It's all good. I'm ready to go. And he's like, yeah, I knew you would, but that wasn't my call. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, my CO pulled your paperwork. You're out. I was like,
so were you banned for the 6 months then?
Yeah. Okay. So I went in there. I was like, hey, man, like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? And he's like, I can see you're a bad I know you want it, this and that. I'll be able to get you the job you want when you come back. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll be back. I waited almost way over the 6 months, a couple months over the 6 months, because I was just, you know, that's when I got into I was being a pussy about everything in life. Like, I started to get lazy. I started to get unmotivated. And, you know, that really took a toll on everything in my life. Like, everything. It affected everything. And I was being depressed about it. I was saying, why me? You know, just being a bitch about everything. Like, the way I look at it now, because my mindset's changed. And I was like, you know, why me, blah, blah, blah. And, well, then a while ago, you know, stuff happened. And I was like, you know, I need to like get back on my shit. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm working on call. Yeah. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a daily routine. Like, I'm just being lazy. I'm just sitting here, you know, I'm just playing Xbox, not doing shit with my life. And I'm like, I need to get shit together because I know I'm capable of doing like good shit in my life. And I went down to the Marine recruiting office, talked to them, and the craziest fucking shit happened. I kept saying, I want dog handler. And like, yeah, well, you got to go through all this process in the Marines to get it. And something that never happens, this Marine recruiter said, well, since you keep talking about that job the Army has, why don't I take you over there and you talk to the Army recruiter? I was like, what? Like, you guys don't just throw people around like that. Like, you're trying to get them in your branch. You're trying to get your shit.
Maybe they really didn't fucking want you.
Maybe. I mean, he kept saying, texted me about it. You know, like he want like
no, obviously,
I know he fucking with me, but like he wanted me to go over there, and I was like, all right. So I went over there, told the recruiter like, hey, I only want 31 kilo. I just want dog handler. If you can't get it to me by Friday, which was like I think 3 days, which is impossible to get, I was like, then I'm gonna go enlist in the Marines. And he's like, all right, and it fucking happened. He got it. One slot open, and I think the way it works is like every 18 weeks, that's how long training takes to be a dog handler. It's 18 weeks. Up. Then 20 slots or 40 slots opens to the entire U.S.
Wow.
And they all just get grabbed immediately.
You lucked out.
And it wasn't even that time. It was like, let's say someone is in line for that job, but they can't meet the fitness requirement. They can't, something fucked up. That spot reopens up so the military doesn't lose money. Yeah. So one spot opened up, and he called at 6 a.m, and grabbed it, and I got lucky. I got it. So then that was a big change. I was like, hey, look, I really need to start.
Well, now you got something to look at, you know?
Yeah, I got something to look forward to, and yeah, life may not be going the way I want it to right now, but I have that to look forward to, and, I can...
It's like a goal or just having something. And
that's what I want. That was my goal all along, and, it was moved around a little bit, but... everything happens for a reason. I guess I didn't get that chance in high school, but now, I guess it's just meant to happen that way. Yeah. And my mindset changed, and I'm ready. I'm motivated. Yeah. I'm trying to, grind to make money, trying to hang out with people. Like before I go, I'm out more. I'm doing things. I want to go do shit that I never wanted to do before.
Live your life.
I'm trying to live a little bit, and it's just going to be even more living once I get in there. Like I'm going to be able to do some crazy shit and learn stuff, and I'll be able to.
You're going to enjoy
live
it.
Life. Yeah. Not going to say there's not going to be days that's going to suck ass, but
every fucking thing, whatever you're doing, there's going to be days that suck. Yeah. Period.
But in the end, I think things are going to work out. I mean,
hey, why think that they aren't? If you go into it thinking, oh no, I'm gonna get fucked up. Yeah. No, what the fuck? You are, because you're a little bitch who's gonna get fucking raped.
I think in life in general, the worst parts that happen, as long as you're with people that you love, and it's always gonna be. You're gonna look back on that. It's gonna be your best memory. Mm-hmm. Like when Lloyd tripped and fell on his face back in like 7th grade, or when we pulled the chair out from Preston and he fell on the ground and got a nosebleed, and the teacher yelled at, cussed us out. We look back at those times and we just laugh, and it's like funny. That was fun. Or when you go through something so shitty with someone, you always look back like, damn, that sucked, but it was awesome. Yeah, exactly.
Like it was high stress, but once you make it out, it's fucking chill.
You're good.
And that's the outlook I think a lot of these military guys, especially once they get fucked up. Yeah. There's one. It
can always be worse.
Yeah, there was this one guy on Joe Rogan. He got, I think, both his legs and like his balls blown off too. But he's like, hey man, I'm fucking sitting here. I'm talking to you. Like, my life is pretty fucking great. Yeah. Even that, it sucked. But, it's okay. Because what the fuck can I do? I can only try to make the best out of my situation.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's such a positive and great way to look at it.
And you got to try and stay positive.
You typically look at it like that when your situation's more fucked up. Yeah. Like even me, like I'm probably or you, same shit. You put yourself maybe, now that you're going to the military, it's a little scarier. You don't know what's quite gonna happen. What to expect. Some shit may happen, some shit may not. But at least it gives you a feeling of, I'm doing what I need to do. It doesn't matter if something bad happens. It's just I'm doing what I gotta do. Yeah, exactly. Same with this. When at school, I didn't know what the fuck I was. I felt so bad for myself. My life was so horrible. My life was way easier back then. But now that I actually have a goal and something you're going towards, and I'm happy, and I wake up. I worked last night. I woke up. Whatever. I think I woke up kind of early, like 9 this morning. I'm like, fuck, I got an interview with Trevor. I got to think of what I got to do. I got to get ready. Like, this is fun, Mm-hmm. And that makes your life, I think, so much fucking better.
Yeah. Have a routine. Yeah. Go out and do stuff. Yeah. And stop being sorry for yourself. Because I had that for the longest time. And that pretty much, like, it ruined a lot of things I had in life that were good. Yeah. It fucked those things up not being the way I am now. Yeah. And I've matured, even shit in the past month. Yeah. I've I've matured so much since, since all those months of just being sorry for myself, being a pussy about everything, and why me? Oh, I don't want to go out and do stuff. No, let's just hang out at the house. I want to go do stuff. Like, I don't know, let's do some dumb shit. Like, let's go fucking kayak. Let's go fishing. Let's I don't know. Let's go to fucking Disney World.
No, but it's a good idea because, and I even think about it, like, I don't really like talking to people or whatever. But I've never regretted talking. I've never regretted unless it was something like fucking retarded where I just was like caught up in the moment and did it, and then I got fucking burnt, and I'm like, fuck, all right, that I shouldn't have done.
But in the end, you'll probably look back on that and laugh about it because you're like,
I look back and I'm like, well, at least I fucking know. I know I'm never going to make that mistake again, you know?
Yeah, but even now you're sitting there laughing about it because something had to have happened, like even whether it was so bad or not.
I didn't get too fucked up, though.
Exactly.
But if I got, it really ruined my life, then I'd be like, God damn it.
But hey, everything's a learning experience.
Exactly. But guess what? The more shit you experience, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to fucking know. Exactly. Like you said, the more, even if you go to fucking McDonald's instead of staying at your house, guess what?
Yeah, you went
That's
out.
more information getting taken in, okay? That's more shit for your brain to actually think about and mull over than fucking Xbox or jerk off or whatever the fuck. Like, come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Just, I don't know. Experiences is what's going to build you as a person, build your character.
I think so. 100%.
Not just staying inside all the time. You got to go out and do stuff. Whether I like to chill, but shit, would I rather sit at the house and talk to my friends on Xbox, or hey, let's go meet at the McDonald's parking lot and grab something to eat and just sit on the tailgates and talk, you know? Like, you're going to remember that experience when you're, I don't know, like alone or not doing something. Like, you're going to think back on that time.
Just in general, that was fun.
It. Yeah. It's just experiences that you're going to
remember. You're going to have a thought about it, about how it, you know, and you're going to learn something from it. Even if you don't really learn from it at that moment. Yeah. Like you said, it builds.
It builds character. It's all about character building.
The It's Tough podcast is actually the military. We just build good character. We're like holes, bro. You missed that book, Mr. Vard?
I missed the movie, not the book.
Nah, bro, that book was so nice.
Old Z. I like that movie.
That was a good movie.
I don't really read like that.
I'm not a big reader.
Yeah, no. I don't like... I'm not huge into reading books when there's just a movie I can watch. Yeah. But what I do like... I like the message that's in books and like the story. Shit, when we had to do stuff at St. Stephen's, I'd just go online and listen to the audio. I don't read like that. I like the stories. I like to learn from it. I like, but I don't actually like the actual
That's what's
reading.
Cool about, like, I wrote down, I got a bunch of crazy-ass fucking notes, like, just shit I think of. Yeah. And, like, podcasts to me are almost like a modern news article.
Yeah, it's like its own. It's like storytelling.
Yeah, but it's a modern book. Yeah. It's a modern this is like a weekly magazine.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
kind of how I look at it. You know,
I find
and it's so much better to me. Like I respond so much better to watching or listening versus like if you said, "All right, Magnum, you gotta read a transcript of our fucking conversation," I'd say, "Fucking give me it." Like, let's end this shit real quick.
I ain't reading that bullshit.
Yeah,
I'd rather just listen to it.
Yeah,
see people. I don't know. That's one thing I've always hated is texting.
Yeah,
I hate texting. I don't like it. I don't like social media.
It's just so convenient.
I like it. It's convenient, and I use it on a daily, like a lot. But
you can't get a real feel for someone.
Yeah, like someone could say, you could just write "fuck you" to somebody, and it's just going to be how they interpret it. They may say, "Oh, fuck you," haha, joking, or they may be like, "Oh my god, he said fuck you." Like, I hate this kid now. But if it's in person, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck you, Magnum. Yeah, and you're going to know it's a joke. But if I say fuck you over texting, be like, you may interpret it different. You know, like I don't like that. I like face-to-face interaction. I just think it's better.
I got you.
That's another thing with like job applications. When they're like, oh yeah, just put your application in online. That's so fucking gay. Like, I don't like that at all. That's like, here I am in person. Here's a firm handshake. Here's me promising you something, and I'm giving you my word.
Yeah. That's a lot more
face to face, and like I come back.
Well, it's also
day,
conducive for someone who's not really got a lot of shit like on their app, or like a lot of shit that looks great. But if you can, there's a lot of good ass people, hardworking people that if you show up, like my father did an interview at the bar. If you show up and you fucking are there and you're eager and you present yourself well and you're, hey, I want this job, I want to do this. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking, maybe it looks like on paper you're a bad person or something like that. Doesn't matter if you show, like you said, firm handshake. I'm here. I want to work. I want to help you. You know, I want you to help me. That sounds good. And it's kind of inspiring. Like I think when an employer hires someone, it's kind of like a gamble. Yeah. Kind of like let's see how this guy goes. Yeah. So if you show up, you get them excited about their fucking bet. They may be like, all right, let's get this guy. Like, I want to see at least what happens, you know? And then if you prove it to them, they feel good, you feel good, and it's just a great, like, you know. Yeah, and they'll be able to reference you later on. Yeah. And as long as you just put in 110% everywhere you go, you're going to look good. Yeah. Even if it's not, you know, a crazy job. Like I said, I bust at Pier 22. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kendall Miller. And thank you, I think it's Hugh Miller. Yeah. Thank you for the recommendations and stuff that got me the job there, and that made me, you know, I had money in high school. Yeah. Money that people didn't have, like making $100 just tips a night. Yeah, that's pretty. And working good. 4+ days a week. Yeah. That's $400 plus a week in high school. Yeah. High school, that's big money in high school. You can do what the fuck you want in high school with that. So I can't thank you guys enough. That was awesome. But yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, big time. Pier 22 is awesome. Yeah. You guys can sponsor the podcast. Yeah. Oh, imagine that. I run an ad. Pier 22. It's tough. It's tough. It's fucking tough. Yeah. All right. Well, now we're an hour and a half, I think. I think this is the longest podcast there's been. Fuck, is it? No, me and Dawson talked for an hour and 45 minutes. There's still so much shit we could talk about to beat it. Do you want to beat it, though? Yeah, dude, we're sitting here. I mean, people probably aren't watching at this point, and if you are, you're a real motherfucker. But that's for fun. You know who's probably watching? I guarantee. Kendall, John. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to all of them. Yeah, John's awesome. Caroline's probably watching it. Shout out Caroline. Lloyd, if you're in it, Lloyd's probably... I hope Lloyd's fucking watching it. Yeah, fuck you, Lloyd. Hey, maybe Preston and we're fucking watching it. Yeah, they could be. I mean... Look, I know I probably lost you around the Trump topic more than likely, just because I have not followed politics since I think it's interesting to even if you don't follow it, just to know your opinion, because I think there's a lot of fucking people like you know? There are. I mean, I'd say if you... And you're a Trump supporter. Yeah. Understanding the mind of a Trump supporter. How many fucking people, you know? Yeah. And you're young, too, and you're this, and you do believe in climate change, but you also, why do you like Trump? Well, I like guns, I like the Republican values, shit like that, you know? I mean, I didn't really articulate myself very well in that part of the podcast, so maybe that may have turned some people off, but I think if you're watching this far, you've probably seen some quality content after that. Yeah. Because I didn't know exactly, I guess, how to express that emotion that I felt towards that topic. That's something I've been working on a lot, is communication. Yeah, I've not been good at communication, so I try to, because I'm more of a listener, which you probably can't tell on the podcast because I'm forced to talk, but I've been trying to be a better speaker. Yeah, that's what the podcast and working at the bar, you know, I'm behind the bar. You're forced to talk to people. So I gotta talk to people. I never talk. If I don't know you, I ain't fucking starting a conversation with you. You know, some people I know, hey, what's up? And they've never fucking seen a person before in their life. But for me, on here, I can't. Oh, I think it just died. I think the audio's still going. What do you want to do? We've talked about a lot. Yeah, we have talked about a lot. I think we're good to end it. We're good to end it now. All right. So I'm going to leave this part. I'm going to put the audio on the YouTube. So thank you for listening, you bastards. If you listen this fucking far, it's been fun talking with Trevor. And, we'll probably do a part 2, hopefully. Yeah, probably do a part 2 after boot camp. I believe I have 10 days. Or whenever, man. Yeah. All right. See how this shit changes. Thank you.